Now it should be probably okay, but I don't know if I took the wrong mic. That is not good quality. Yep. All right. So, the last session for this week. If my training week starts on Sunday, this is the 4th day in a row doing hard training or racing. Feeling tired, mentally tired. Let's see, I hope that the legs are okay so that I can manage this. Last session, which is Vo2Max 2+1, or it should be 2 minutes on, 1 minute off, 2 minutes around 3:30. I'll put it like this, so there is the correct 3:30. That is the target. If legs are dead, I think 3:20, 3:15 is also pretty okay. I think I have the wrong microphone, so probably that's why there's some disturbances in the background. I'll change the mic in a sec. But yeah, yesterday I should have had a Swift Racing League, but just yesterday I went to the doctor's office with my son. He has a bacterial infection, he's sick, and I had also some feelings in my throat yesterday, so as a precaution I skipped my second hard session for yesterday, so the race I did yesterday mornings with sweet spot 2x20, 280 power around that. But yeah, it was unfortunate because that was also the last set for this season, I think. But yeah, 4th hard day in a row has started, and I'm gonna be taking it long before I start my long warm-up before I start the main session. So yeah, I'll shut up for a while and I'll see you. It's about around 50 minutes that this hard session starts. So either you can skip all this warm-up if you only want to see the 2-minute intervals, how I nail them, if I nail them, or is this the bad day, let's see. Or if you are watching live, you can just, for 40 minutes, just skip all this. Do I like erg mode? Yes, I do. I hope you can still hear this. Let me check, I just changed my microphone. I'll check that it also works. Let's see. Oh, perfect, you answered me. I don't have to ask my tech guy. Yes, I do like erg mode. Just a second. For example, when I do longer sets as when I was a triathlete, when I did, for example, let's say 5 times 20 minutes with half distance power, for example, it was really easy to just, you don't have to worry about the power, you just pedal and it comes automatically all the time. But for example, now that I'm doing intervals that are really hard, I don't want the erg to force me to the correct power, because the power also fluctuates. Sometimes I do a bit more during the interval, sometimes maybe a bit less, or if I'm really tired, for example, like today, I don't know at all if I am able to do a 3:30. So it's easier if I don't have the erg on, because then I can write what comes naturally. So that is probably the main reason. And also, these are kind of breakthrough intervals also, let's say it that way, meaning we have guessed, our best guess is that I will be able to do with 330 watts. But what if I'm able to do with 340 or 350, not maybe today, but for example next week or after 1 month. This is the first time that I'm doing this, that when I get stronger and better, I also want to do them freely, so that I really can see what comes. So without erg, it gives me the freedom to be tired and also to be really good. So yeah. And for example, now you can probably see that I am not even using my erg mode when I'm doing my warm-up. I'm just letting the feet roll. But yeah, there was a long time that I used erg like every day. So it's a really good tool. It frees your mind so that you can only listen to music and pedal what the bike wants you to pedal. Yeah, that's really good to try when you have really hard interval sessions. So, because yes, it gives you the freedom to push harder when you are feeling strong, and when you are feeling weak. Because if you start lagging the power, for example, me today, if I go to 320, 315, my erg is like, hey, we need no more power. It makes the trainer harder, and it's even harder for me to try and keep 315, because the erg is all the time trying to push like harder, harder, harder. So yeah. Oh, really? Yes, it was your first race in Minsk last week. Okay. I hope you did well. It was a really hard race course. Not anything that I favor too much. 15 minutes of hard climbing. Okay, there were those flat sections, but still. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I have all the time my Garmin here, and it also shows me the laps so that I can. There is the same workout all the time in my Garmin, and what you see in there. Yeah, they are with the same second even, so that has 11:10 left in both meters. So yep, yeah, I'll do it like this. Yeah, because in my whoosh, it also shows the lap power. But yeah, here one can only guess if she doesn't or he doesn't take the laps. Yeah. Did you come up from category 3, or was it like your first race ever in my whoosh? And how did you do in category 2? You finished 11th. Wow. 19th race. You started, yeah, and you got to get 3 after February, and now you finished 11th. Yeah, that's really great. Category 2 in the men's field, it is really tough. It's really, really, how do you say it? It's not raced, it's not really real, but the level is really high in category 2 in the Sunday Race Cup. So you being 11th, there it's really shows you have done something in your early life before my whoosh. Either really much swifting and swift racing, outdoor racing, triathlon, or some other sport that is really like good for cycling, like skating or speed skating or alpine skiing or these types of sports. They give you so much power. The maximum power is so hard, and also the cycling is typically the summer sport in those, so you have the endurance and the power. Then you're natural. Yeah, 1.5 years. Good. I think you have really much talent in you. Good genes, good DNA. So keep on going, and you can reach category 1 soon. And after that, you go for Osborne. And of course, the esports cycling World Championships in November in Abu Dhabi. Hopefully we'll meet there. You qualify and I qualify, and we can meet there. You have a good coach. Is it Osborne? He's coaching athletes I know and race with. Are you coached by Alec Koch, another pretty known and really good coach? Who is your coach? And yeah, this is really good 26 watts increase in your FTP. That's huge. You're hoping that you want to see how the workout goes today, so you probably are not having anything too light. Because easy goes always. It's only the Jason and Kate. You mean Osborne, right? Yeah, because the Kate I know and race with, his husband is not Jason. I'm currently in my training mode and my brain is completely gone and I'm trying to figure out what was the name of Kate's husband. Yeah. 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 Correct. Yeah, I had to check. It's Dylan, it's Kate's husband, of course. Yeah. I belong. This gives me minutes. This also, because endurance sports, it's about minutes. So you need minutes and hours for your training. So long warm up, it gives you minutes, it gives you hours in a week. But that's not the main point. I just, especially now that I already have 3 hard days done, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, this is the fourth day. I really want my body to wake up really properly because it is tired. I am tired and my brain is tired. So I just love this long rolling before the main set. The least I would do is like 30 minutes. I sometimes, for example, keep some spinning lessons where the warm up is, you know, not even 20 minutes, and you should like easily wake up your body and prepare all the metabolism and everything like to turn on in your body so that you're really ready for the workout. And in 20 minutes, I don't know if it's even possible to be completely, you know, waking up. So I think that in spinning classes, in these pre-built workouts that are in Swift, it's just because people are time crunched. They probably don't have that much time to train. So they make the warm-up shorter. Of course, you can get pretty decent warm-up in 20 minutes, but you know, really be ready so that the first interval set is not still kind of warm-up and waking your body and all the systems up. It's better to do a longer one. But yeah, much of this is also like my preference. I just love it. And as I said, it gives me minutes on the bike. First a bit harder section. 3 minutes in zone 3 is like a minimum to wake up certain how would I call that? So let's say certain things in your body that you need. That's the best I can come up with right now. So I always do 3 minutes zone 3. Yesterday my main set was this 40 minutes 2 times 20 280 going up in my whoosh the climb that we will have on Sunday for our race, Colombia, Paso Alto. Yeah. Yeah, because about warm up, it takes time for the fat metabolization to the oxidation of fat to come around. For example, and it takes time, and now that you're gently for example 20 minutes easy rolling, you give your heart enough time to get used to beating faster. There is all the time the blood flow to your mini veins. It's all like increasing at least when you start to do a harder set, so that all the veins to your muscles are really open, blood is flowing there. And with good harder sections also, I have these, and that could be even harder. My intervals 2 times 1 minute, 300 whatever comes, and 2 times 20 seconds, 400 whatever comes. At least it starts with 4. So that also all the change, how you change the metabolic waste in the cells when it starts to accumulate, so that it goes swiftly back to bloodstream, and you start to sweating it out and breathing it out. Everything this and so much more there under the surface that really needs time, and also it needs intensity and enough intensity. For example, I'm typically doing it a few minutes before races on Sunday, because I'm so short in schedule typically because of our waiting. We wait in category 1 50 minutes before race. So if I don't get a proper warm-up with enough hard and long sessions above threshold, come the first climb, and my legs are full of all this lactate and buildup that is born when you use sugar glycogen as energy, because the legs are not just, I say it's not open, legs are not open already yet. Pretty unscientific terms, but I hope you get the idea. And one race, when you're in a race that you have a couple of minutes or up to 5 minutes, for example, really hard climb first, and if you're not ready, I can die in the first climb, because I just can't ride so hard because I haven't done proper warm-up.
Also about the warm-up still, if you are listening, if I would do only like easier set, for example, sweet spot, or if I was still training for triathlon and I did, for example, those half Ironman distance power, like 85% of FTP, I wouldn't be doing this long warm up, because the harder the set, the longer the warm up could and should be. If I'm only doing a sub threshold under my FTP, under critical power, it wouldn't matter so much like how deep the warm up is. For example, I wouldn't be doing this. What I will do next is 20-second intervals. I would probably do those 1 minute. And yes, I would be doing those 1 minute because I still would want to have some over threshold type of warm up. It makes it easier to do those half Ironman distance powers also. And also, I don't know if you have noticed, but when you do your only endurance, zone 2, for example, it goes way much easier. It's easier to produce the power if you have warmed up properly. You have visited higher power zones, meaning also above FTP or above critical power. So the target power in the endurance zone comes also easier when you have opened all the pathways in your body. Type 1 and type 2 muscle cells also. Type 2 is working. It's really important. Yeah, really good question. This last one. Because I race nowadays only esports. So at home, when wind, CDA is not problem. And so I can stand up as much as I want. I have learned and taught my body to produce the most power standing. So I stand every time there is a hard interval or when I race. When I started this 3 years ago, it was actually 3 years ago was the first my Vo2Max championships. I started it then, and I noticed that I can produce so much more power when I stand. So if there is 1 hour time trial, as there was in the My Boost Championships last August, I stand the whole time. And now that you watch me doing my intervals, I sit down only when I do some easier intensity, but every time I do harder, I stand up. That is something that just I noticed gives me the most power. And then when I have started to build it onwards, that is my thing. So during races, I sit when it's easier, but when things get rough, I stand up. All right, first time this set ever. I have been doing 40-second on, 20-second off type of training, 30-second on, 15 off. So these short Vo2Max sets, and also something like 4-minute set in power range, 340, 350. But now we want to accumulate more time in Vo2Max zone. That's why there is now 10 minutes with 330 and 1 minute rest, so that I don't get too much rest, so that the maximal oxygen consumption goes up as it should to the near maximal level. So let's see, this is the first time doing this. I have no idea if 330 will come easy or hard. Is 1 minute too much or way too little called like a rest recovery? So this will be a really interesting set. And as my target is, my FTP is currently 305, 307, around there. I am chasing a 325. This is also when I can do like 40 minutes, like 4 sets of these with 330 or more. It starts to be close 325, or there is the potential for 325 FTP. But yeah, we are long way from there. But yeah, the reason more minutes in this 330 zone. I'm nervous before the start. It means something, and I really wanna do good. So 15 minutes of work, 10 minutes really work, and 1 minute off. I'll come back to this standing stuff after this set. Main thing, don't start too heavy. Legs feel tired, even though that long warm up. And there is the burn. Second one is easier. 4 minutes to go. $120 seconds to go. 2 minutes. I love it when Jason Osborne, always during racing, he seems so cool. He's just bouncing, dancing on the bike, trying to mimic him. Fuck. Last set. Yeah, and I'm coming from. Yeah. Dancing on the pedals, just as Jason Osborne. 2 was really difficult. Find it hard to find good cadence, power. If you do team time trial in Swift or in whatever or wherever on the road also, or in my bush, when you need to keep some certain number, as I had this 330 as my guiding line, it was really difficult to hold the 330, just as in team time trial, when it's your pool and you need to keep it steady. It felt quite the same. But then I just let it go. The power also increased a bit, the average power. It was first 331, 334, sorry, 334, 5, and this last step I didn't even check. But yeah, all of them went over 330. It's okay power-wise. It's difficult when you compare to something you have done. For example, I have been doing 4 minutes with 350 average. I think it was in January. But then I was, of course, fresh, or fresher than today. I had one easy day before that workout. And now I have like 3 hard days already in the legs. Yesterday the easiest with 40 minutes of sweet spot. So I would really like to do this with, 340, 350, 360 even. But maybe someday, and maybe sometime I need to, do this. And I'm not fatigued. I am not already tired and waiting for this set to be over so that I can rest. You might be, if you are new to watching my live streams, I have only been live streaming for a couple of months, really irregularly, but I have been trying to all the time tell to those who are watching, like, what I do, what kind of training do I do, and what is the target. And my main goal every week throughout the year is to be 100% race ready every Sunday. That is my main target for each week. I want to be at my best against the best in the world in my Bush Sunday Race Cup. And also that is where the paycheck comes. Not in these training sessions. No one pays me nothing to do this. So the main reason, be race ready as I can on Sunday. And then, addition to that, be every week more and more competitive, meaning increase your FTP, increase your anaerobic capacity, whatever the target is. And that is a big second target. So what we do, I have typically been doing my week so that Monday, zone 2, long zone 2, sitting down, not standing up. I'm resting my standing up legs, standing up muscles on Mondays, or I used to do this. And I try to keep my millimoles in the level of 1.6 to 1.8 to get the most, to achieve the most endurance increase for that set. So the higher the millimoles, the better the aerobic response in the body. Yes, this is this is what I did on Mondays typically. Then I did the Vo2Max set on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, really easy, like rest day, 1 hour easy. Thursday, another hard interval set. Friday, long easy. Saturday, easy with primers for race. So I had Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, really hard days previously. And semi-hard on Monday, and it started to be also semi-hard on Friday sometimes. I started to doing, some sweet spot or whatever type of work, so that it only gave me 1 day rest until Sunday, and I started to be really tired on Sundays. So we rethought my schedule so that number 1, race ready on Sunday, and increase my performance level as much as I can, which meant we are now training and racing 4 days in a row. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, hard days. Tuesdays has also been double days because I have been racing JetRL in the evenings. So really like Vo2Max, and a race on Sunday. So like you really push. And of course you don't do any personal bests on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, probably not even on Monday, because if it's a really tough race on Sunday, you are really tired also there. But then I can rest Thursday, Friday, Saturday properly, so that I can really rest the fatigue away for Sunday, but also this really big load that I get from the 4 days. When I rest properly, they give me hopefully super compensation, so increase in my performance level. Those changes are really small from week to week, and in some weeks probably no super compensation comes, but when I give it 8 weeks, I hope this new rhythm will start to really like pay off. I am really race ready on Sundays, and I see increase in my performance level, because rest, as you know, is where the magic happens. With all this hard work, we only give our body the opportunity, the chance to get better, but we need to shred the fatigue away so that the new performance level can emerge. So that is what I do nowadays. This is my, as I already said, 4th harder day. If I think about my power that I can do 3:30, 10 minutes in a row with 1 minute easy, maybe that is okay, and a bit more. But if I would be doing this with rest, like I'd be resting 2 days, only some easy endurance rides, then I would be like, what, 3:30, no way. Like, give me more, but no personal bests. But yeah, about the standing stuff. Yeah, I have a friend, triathlete, who has been also doing Swift and Maibus racing for some years already. She stopped triathlon and turned into only e-racing cyclist, and she has been practicing standing really much, and she is really like good in it. She has really new performance level in the racing. It can also be due to many things, but yeah, she has been trying to do this standing stuff, and you really just need to practice it. And it's also about the bike setup. For example, my handlebar is really high because it gives me better I can lean on it when I'm standing. So yeah, it is difficult at first, but when you just try and work, it really can like be a massive game changer if you are indoor racer. All right, 10 minutes, 11 minutes went already. Whew. 10 minutes and my vacation starts. minutes. And then it's weekend. Do it like the Osborne style. Dance and have fun. All three over 4, sorry, 340, 341, 345. Let's see. Seiska. Tupilas. Oh my God. 350. The second set was on average 10 and more watts more than the first one. All the 2-minute efforts were 3:45, 3:48 was this last one. You might ask why I didn't push more during this last set. I didn't try go 350, even as it was there for taking. And also why I did the first set so careful, like not pushing as much as I pushed here in the second set. The answer is really easy, and the argument and the reason is valid for all my hard training sessions per week, and that is I need my 110% on Sunday. So during racing, I don't put my body or my head, my motivation, my willpower go through what I asked from it on Sundays, because otherwise I would be tired both physically and mentally if I would go all out in my training sessions and race every Sunday. Done that, been there, done that. It can work for 1 month, even 2 months or 3, but eventually either the body gives away, it injures, or you are in such a fatigued state that you don't develop anymore. Racing starts to deteriorate. I don't race no more with 110%, but 90, because my body is tired or my mind is tired. Mind is as like a muscle. It tires also. So all the time in my training, I like to keep it like one more. I could do one more set. I could do a bit harder, so that when Sunday comes, I am not like, fuck this. I have been there training so hard, giving my everything, that now on Sunday I just can't. I'm so tired. I don't have the willpower. So for that reason, I always keep the training nowadays check, so that the effort is, let's say, 95%. Okay, sometimes it goes to 100 or 99%, but the idea is that I don't push too hard, because of every Sunday year round for 3 days for 3 years already, except from when I was pregnant. Then I didn't race for 4 months. But yeah, if you want to be good at standing, or if you're doing any racing, e-sport cycling, you can start doing your interval sessions first, like one of them. If you have 4x4, do one standing, the other one's sitting, then 2 standing, 1 sitting, 2 sitting, 3 standing, 1 sitting, and someday you do 4 standing. At least one should train standing, so that on climbs, on smaller and or longer and smaller climbs, one would be able to stand, because there you get more power in the climbs. Many are doing like sitting, standing, sitting, standing, sitting, standing during longer climbs, or for example during 5-minute climbs. Sitting when the gradient is smaller, and when it's really steep and you need more power, people stand up. And then I am not the only one doing only standing. Many are also practicing it to become better. But yeah, I'm pretty high in the higher end of standing, because I only like stand. Thank you for all the questions. If you have anything else you would like to hear, shoot. I'm gonna be here for around 50 minutes still. And if you Milan, I hope your name is Milan, or is it the city you live in? But whatever, you who made your new FTP with 26 watts, I wish you good luck with your training session and sessions after such a big jump in FTP. That is the not great part of getting better, because your FTP increases, and then your new target power for some weeks is really hard. carefully. No, not at all. I was actually thinking, should I, because I have been doing the time trial, national championships, the national Finnish nationals time trial, but because I am so focused on indoor racing in my whoosh, and also I haven't visited the time trial position for so long, so it would take me really much time to accumulate into this certain position, and it would be away from indoor racing, minutes from training, time from training indoor racing, and also from the correct indoor racing position. I could do outdoor, like for example some mountain climbing, you know, with, like Kristen Kulczynski, for example, does in the United States. But here in Finland, we don't have any mountains to climb. That could suit me and my upward riding position. And I could transfer my powers more into this kind of, but yeah, we don't have. And road racing, yeah, I have never done road racing except for a couple of nationals, and I was it in Germany, Netherlands, I don't remember, Belgium. I was doing some short races many years ago, like 2-day races or something like this. It's too dangerous. I have injured my ribs twice. Both of my collarbones have been broken. This one shattered totally in road racing. So I don't do that anymore. I don't miss it. If I miss something, it's triathlon. Yes, I understand this really well. And if I would live someplace where there is really nice nature, not just pretty busy roads amongst, fields of what they grow there, oats or something. Okay, gravel bike it's a bit different. Also here in Finland, you could go with your gravel bike to certain nice roads and areas. But yeah, I love to ride, for example, in Mallorca, Gran Canaria. Last year, summer we were in Greece, in Crete, how you say that. And if there is a mountain, I like it. I like going up hard, descending down, coming down, and up again. All these flat routes are not my favorite part. But if there is a climb mountain, I like it really much. In Mallorca, I live in Port de Polenca and go up, look. Port de Polenca is, what is it? Solar, of course, but what's this? Sacalobra. 1 week, up those climbs and down, up and a climb and down and then home. No flat parts. But yeah, here in Finland and here in Espoo where I live, there are no nice place for road biking. But yeah, going to new places and taking your bike there and riding your bike in new countries and cities and islands, it's really great. You are correct in that. It's really nice to see world on your bike, and you can see so much. Legs are tired. Yeah, true. It's not so popular here, and the popularity is decreasing all the time, I think, at least in the women's side. That comes also down to coaching, cycling clubs, how the junior coaching is done, and how it's a really like big question. And training from the ground up, from small kid up here in Finland, I should ask my husband because he sits in the union of Finnish cycling. He has brought this e-cycling really strongly to Finland some years ago when he was already in the union. But yeah, he knows better. But I think that the upbringing of new talents from the ground up is really dependable on fathers and mothers, and not that much on really like proper coaching where there are many kids doing that, as in football or ice hockey, for example, or swimming. And yeah, the other one is that where we always miss something is, for example, when we come down from climbs, because there are no climbs in Finland, no steep mountains to train and go up hard or come down hard. When you don't know how to descend properly, you go against those who live in the Alps, you lose already that game in there. You just, one needs to move to Central Europe, close to a mountain, or go to Norway, I don't know if there are some climbs in there must be maybe in Sweden to go up and down hard. But yeah. Yeah, true. There is a lot of really quality roads throughout Finland, outside this region where I live in capital area. When you go like 20 to 30 kilometers away from the capital area, or even less, there starts to be really, really good roads. Quiet, and the surface is really good. But then there is the winter, and I don't know how people train during the winter. Do they have trainers? They are inside, of course, some. And those who have money, they go to Spain, Italy, Middle Europe. Or if they are not in school. But if we think about it, 12 to 17-year-old kid, she or he has to have a trainer inside, proper programming for the training session, good coach, the support group in there, because 12-year-old, 13 years old, okay, maybe that's too young, 15 years old, cycling alone inside when others are playing football. I think it's really easy decision for the kid to go for the football during winter time or ice hockey. The child of a ex-cyclist, that she or he is a good, really potential one for the next outdoor rider in Finland. The mother and father will encourage and make it easy for the child to train day in, day out when he is old enough. thank you for your comments. It was really nice to have you here commenting. And really good training for you, your session today. Good luck with it. I hope it goes well. And yes, I'll see you hopefully soon here again. Have a nice rest of the week.